I don't know if you'd have watched this. The Last of Us was quite a famous show on Netflix, and it just reminds me of Cordyceps, where everyone turned into a zombie.
I haven't seen it.
When I think of Cordyceps, I now think of us all turning into zombies in the future. But, that's another topic of conversation. So what is a Cordyceps mushroom, and how helpful is that for us? What does it do? What's the benefits?
Taken Cordyceps for 15 years and I haven't become a zombie. So, so it's quite safe. It's a booster for energy. It's a booster for performance and for fertility.
No, tell me more.
Well, Cordyceps works in many ways, but for men, for example, what it works is in activating the synthesis of spermidine.
Spermidine?
Yes.
Producing sperm?
Yes. Improves the quality of the sperm. And then also for activates the libido, which is very proven. And then also for women, it cleanses all the mucus from the fallopian tubes. So it allows the fertility moment where the implementation of the zygote into the endometrium. And that is going to help to really bring, to a good end, let's say, when we are trying to have a baby, to conceive.
Wow, I think it's so interesting because one of the episodes that I'm really wanting to do at the moment is on the kind of increase in male infertility. It's, I think for so long, it's always been looked at as a woman if we struggle to conceive, right? And more, we're now also seeing that men are really suffering with this and it's unknown to them. I think women sometimes are a bit more aware because we're aware of our biological clock, and many, maybe many people have known other women that struggled. So we immediately can think it's us, which also for the men, they don't have that realization that maybe they should get checked at the same time as a woman. And now I think that's becoming, the awareness now is rising so much. I think men are more aware than ever, or when they start trying for a baby, they are. So thinking about mushrooms in this setting is really interesting because it's something that I wouldn't have naturally thought about. And we've done quite a lot of fertility episodes of this podcast. And I think having something like Cordyceps,
we work very much in fertility. Even we work in fertility clinics.
Wow.
And with reishi mushroom and with Cordyceps mushroom, because you're looking at always when you're looking at a couple that are looking to conceive, and they go on through the step of going to a clinic, it's because they have already tried and it hasn't gone well enough. So that it becomes a stress.
Yeah,
it becomes
massive.
A very stressful process. And that is not helping. Stress is completely the opposite of conceiving. So the first thing we need to get is down levels of stress. And that is where reishi comes in as a big player, bringing the levels of stress really down. And so this applies to both. And lately we're working where this is something that society is really asking for, more knowledge and more research on fertility. And we're working on this. And lately I've been thinking it is conceiving a child is a project of two. So it should be taken care from the two people that are going to have this project in common. So starting with both of them, taking the mushrooms, because both sides are stressed. And we know that when men are stressed, the production of sperm, it's very highly reduced. It is highly reduced now with all the problems with the antennas and all of the, there are many studies coming out with all the frequencies, the radio frequencies, and how they are affecting. But you can see differences in 15 days.
So that's by even having things like your phone
like
near you,
the
right?
phone. If they take the phone away, 15 days, you see the difference in the quality of the sperm. It's amazing.
Wow. And also, tell me if I'm right or wrong, chemical products around the home.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cleansing products.
Yeah.
What happens also for the hormonal disruptors for women.
The endocrine system, the endocrine
exactly.
disruptors. Yeah. Is there any concern about the fetus development when taking mushrooms? I'm just thinking, because we're always thinking about supplements that women should stay away from if they're trying to conceive, like vitamin A. We shouldn't be having too much vitamin A. But and also for men, thinking about their sperm quality, is there any risks of taking these at all?
None at all.
Okay.
As I said previously, unless you are allergic, someone who's allergic to mushrooms shouldn't take mushrooms, obviously, not the derivatives from mushrooms. But all we can see from the mushrooms for conceiving is, as we said, the most important part is going to be to have the cells healthy, and the oocyte and the sperm has to be healthy. And there is where we are going to see very good results with the intake of the extracts of the mushrooms, reishi and cordyceps in particular. And then for men and women, and the incredible thing is that it's the same mushrooms for men and women, cordyceps and reishi.
Wow, okay.
And this also so many times rings a bell of the adaptogenic properties of the mushrooms, which is incredible because they're like intelligent creatures. It's like you're putting a problem, but you're putting both sexes and genders into the conversation, and it's the two same mushrooms that you need in the same quantity that it's going to help both genders.
Wow.
And this is absolutely impressive. And there's a lot of science backing this up. So it's something that we already know, and we are working on it to bring more clinical trials and more solid evidence.